Hello and welcome to Rochford District Matters, the magazine produced by the Council for its residents. This is the Spring 2013 edition. In this edition are articles on forthcoming benefit changes, the elections on the 2nd of May, action plans for Hockley, don't choke on smoke, making plastic fantastic, keeping up with the beat and much more. But we'll begin with community news.
A great place to work with a strong track record of achievement. An organisation that punches above its weight, which has a strong track record of innovation. These are just some of the phrases used by an independent panel who recently reviewed the way the Council operates. In November 2012, the Council invited a team comprising a leader, chief executive and specialist officers from other local authorities to look at how the Council operates and offer feedback on how it can improve. The peer review team conducted a series of interviews with councillors, staff, residents and partners in order to get their views on what the Council does well and what it could do better. In its report, the review team said that the Council has a strong and effective senior management and political leadership, is a good partner to work with, including its role in the Joint Area Action Plan for London Southend Airport with Southend Borough Council, has a strong track record of achievement, specifically in the areas of waste and recycling rates and outsourcing. There is a full report on the website at www.rochford.gov.uk, and accompanying this article is a very nice picture, although taken in the snow, of the Chief Executive of the Council, Paul Warren, the Leader of the Council, Councillor Terry Cutmore, and the Head of Finance, Yvonne Woodward, and they're holding on to that peer review report.
And how you can help us to continue to make a difference. The feedback we received from the peer review team would not have been possible without the contribution from our Have Your Say group, and we're looking for more people to join. To date, there are around 500 people signed up to the group. It is made up of Rochford District residents who volunteer to express their views on the Council's proposals and local services. The information provided helps the Council to make its decisions. The Council seeks to involve all members of the community to ensure that the views expressed are as representative as possible, and we want to expand it so more people can have their say on our plans. In order for us to get the information we need, you will be asked to fill in questionnaires, take part in telephone surveys, and participate in focus groups. When signing up to take part in the group, you will be asked to highlight any particular areas of interest. This is to ensure your views are taken into account when relevant consultations come up. You will be approached to get involved in consultations throughout the year. You don't have to respond every time. We just ask that you get involved at least once a year. Members are selected to get involved according to the type of consultation. Sometimes every member of the group will be called upon. Sometimes it may only be 20 people. Questionnaires shouldn't take longer than 20 to 30 minutes, but focus groups will take longer. The group gives you the chance to express your opinions to the people that make decisions. You can help to represent the views of the whole community by bringing your ideas and viewpoints to the group. Being part of the group will be a valuable experience and is an opportunity to give something back to your community. The consultation exercises help the Council to understand what you think about the issues, and as a result can help to influence decision making. Members of the group will receive a regular newsletter explaining how their views have helped in the decision making process. How do I join? You can join via the website www.rochford.gov.uk/HYS sign up, or telephone Andrew Lowing, Community Planning Officer, on 01702 318061, or email andrew.lowing@rochford.gov.uk for more details.
This month, get down to the Mill Arts and Events Centre in Rayleigh for events for young audiences, including a magical puppet show called Suitcase Circus, plus the Essex Book Festival events for children. And first, Laura Dockrell introduces the wonderful world of Darcy Burdock. This is on Saturday, the 16th of March at 3:30 p.m. Suitable for 8 to 11-year-olds. So why not meet the wild, dark and colourful brain of Laura Dockrell as it indulges in the world of Darcy Burdock. Laura will entertain the audience with readings of Darcy's stories about the likelihood of octopuses trying to kiss girls and human pancakes. Weird, wacky and wonderful. Tickets are priced £6 and you can book by calling 01245 267748. The Suitcase Circus is a theatre and puppet show for children aged 4 and over and their families. This heartwarming and interactive performance features a lineup of extraordinary talented performing objects, all with their own unique and captivating storylines. Suitcase Circus features the most unlikely of performers, including the world's only acrobatic potato sack, a daredevil ski glove, an incredible dancing milkshake straw, and the lovable yet bizarre magical Mexican hat Timrek. Suitcase Circus is on Sunday the 17th of March at 2 o'clock, and tickets are £3 and you can book by calling 01702 318 191. And on Saturday the 1st of June it's Wild Woods Day, and you can find out more by visiting www.rochford.gov.uk.
The winter weather didn't dampen the spirits of more than 1,000 visitors who flocked to Clements Hall Leisure Centre in January for the Council's free Family Sports Festival. Families with children of all ages were treated to a sports day extravaganza, which included badminton, boccia, climbing, dance, fencing, karate, squash and swimming. The Family Sports Festival was organised by the Council in partnership with Virgin Active, Active Rochford and Active Castle Point. More free sports events and festivals are currently being planned, so check the website www.rochford.gov.uk/leisure to find out more.
It's another packed year of exhibitions at the Windmill. Rayleigh Windmill has recently achieved the accreditation of Quality Assured Visitor Attraction from Visit England. This is the 4th year in a row that the Windmill has received this recognition. Visit England is a national body that assesses visitor attractions throughout the country. The report praised the warm welcome offered by the volunteers, as well as their enthusiasm and knowledge. You can sample the same warm welcome that the Visit England judges enjoyed when the Windmill reopens for 2013 on Saturday the 30th of March through to and including September. The team that looks after the Windmill has put together a packed programme of special events for you to visit and enjoy throughout the year. Opening times are Wednesdays from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and Saturdays and Sundays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. The Windmill is also hosting various exhibitions, including Community Service Volunteers Healthy Ageing Project, Rayleigh Mount, a local artist who will be painting at the venue, a photographic exhibition dedicated to the creativity of deaf young people, and Sails in the Wind, celebrating the Windmill's 200th anniversary. There's more information available on the website, including dates when the Windmill is closed for private functions. I'll give you that address in a moment. Entry is free of charge, but donations are welcome. And this is actually a call for volunteers. You see, the Windmill wouldn't be as successful or popular as it is today without the support and generosity of its volunteers. And they're always looking for more people to become involved in the Windmill. So for more information on events at the Windmill and details on how to get involved in volunteering at the Windmill, please contact the leisure team on 01702 546 366. You could email if you like, leisure@rochford.gov.uk. And of course, don't forget the website www.rochford.gov.uk/windmill.
Your council tax explained. The total average council tax for Rochford residents will increase by 0.7% for the financial year April 2013 to March 2014. Rochford District Council has frozen council tax for the last 2 years. After careful consideration of the financial impact of freezing again, the District Council has reluctantly agreed to an increase in our share of the council tax, taking our Band D to £205.11p, an increase of about 8p per week. Essex County Council and the Essex Fire and Rescue Authority have frozen their parts of the overall tax bill. The new Police and Crime Commissioner for Essex has set an increase of £4.77, and the parish and town councils have increased by an average of £1.96. This means that the total average council tax bill for a Band D property will be £1,538.91p per annum, an overall average increase of £10.69 per annum. Of your total council tax bill, only 13% comes to Rochford District Council, with the rest going to Essex County Council, 71%, Essex Fire and Rescue Authority 4%, Police and Crime Commissioner for Essex 9%, and the parish and town councils 3%. For further information, see the booklet which accompanies your council tax bill, or visit our website www.rochford.gov.uk. How the council's services are funded. The council receives money from government grant, including money towards the cost of benefits paid out, income from fees and charges, such as parking charges, and the money collected from council tax. For 2013-14, the amounts are government grant, including benefit subsidy, £22.1 million, fees and charges, £4.7 million, and council tax, £5.9 million. The local government finance settlement figures were finalised on Monday the 4th of Feb 2013 and continue to reflect the unprecedented economic circumstances. Rochford District Council's grant was reduced by 16.2% in 2011-12 and reduced by a further 11.1% in 2012-13. The total grant awarded for 2013-14 has reduced by a further £483,000, or 13.5%. This is offset in part by the increase in new homes bonus, representing an overall reduction of £308,000, or 8%. The total grant, including new homes bonus, awarded for 2013-14 is £3.52 million. To put this into perspective, delivery of statutory services alone is estimated to cost approximately £9.6 million. The budget gap for 2013-14 has been met by increasing council tax by 1.97%, 8p per week for a Band D property, reducing the amount spent on verge cutting, changing the way the council manages its parks, open spaces and play areas, expanding the sale of logs and firewood, revising the charge framework for collection of bulky waste. The corporate plan. In the corporate plan, the council identifies how it aims to continue to improve its services to local communities, as well as enhancing the difference it makes to the local economy and environment. Over the next few years, the council will focus on wealth creation in the district, supporting economic growth and job creation, the provision of housing in the district, and continue to deliver efficiency savings against the backdrop of continuing cuts in local government funding.
Get ready for big changes. Rochford District Council's Local Council Tax Support, or LCTS, scheme will come into effect from the 1st of April, and we want residents who will be affected to be prepared for the changes. From the 1st of April this year, Council Tax Benefit, or CTB, will be abolished and replaced by the LCTS scheme. Around 2,300 working-age residents in the Rochford district will be affected by the changes. Under the current arrangements, the council receives funding from the government to cover its costs. This will not be the case for the new scheme. Under the LCTS arrangements, the government will give the council a fixed grant. This will be 10% less than we currently pay out, meaning we have £520,000 less to run the new scheme. We've had to make some very difficult decisions. Because pensioners are protected, the level of support given to working age customers under the LCTS scheme will have to be less than it is under the current scheme. However, over the last 3 months since the scheme was agreed, the Revenues and Benefits team has been working closely with the Citizens Advice Bureau to try and help as many people as possible to be financially prepared for the changes. We will now tell you how you can find out what the changes are, what they mean, and how to access vital help and support that is available to you. Please don't leave it until it's too late. These changes are coming and you must be prepared. LCTS only affects working age claimants, and the main points of the scheme are people living in properties whose council tax band is E, F, G or H will have their LCTS restricted to the maximum amount payable for a band D property. Regardless of their financial circumstances, every working age claimant will pay the first 20% of their council tax liability. This means people who currently get full CTB will have to pay something towards their council tax from April the 1st. The savings limit for claiming LCTS will be £6,000. The limit for CTB at present is £16,000. Child maintenance is currently disregarded in full when we calculate CTB. This disregard will stop and we will take child maintenance into account as income when we calculate entitlement to LCTS. Currently, we reduce CTB for working age people if an adult, friend or relative lives with them, non-dependents. We want to try and ease some of the financial pressure as well as try to reduce homelessness and under-occupation of houses. Therefore, we will stop making non-dependent deductions when we calculate entitlement to LCTS. Second adult rebate can be granted to single people who have a high income if they share their home with someone who is on a low income, not their partner. This scheme will be stopped for working age claims.
Since the local council tax support was agreed by the council's Revenues and Benefits team have worked hard to ensure that those affected have been given access to the help they need. In January, the team wrote to all those affected to let them know about the changes and encourage them to visit the Citizens Advice Bureau for help with financial planning. These letters also included a sample bill giving an estimate of what the amount that will have to be paid would be. In February, the team also employed a contractor to conduct home visits to those who have never had to pay council tax before, so they could get access to help on their doorsteps. If you are working age, currently in receipt of council tax benefit, and you haven't heard about the changes yet, then contact the council's Revenues and Benefits team on 01702 318197 or 318198 to discuss your circumstances and the support that's on offer. Alternatively, the council is working closely with the CAB and you can access their services, details of which we will give you in a moment. As well as the council and the CAB, there are other avenues you can explore if you're looking to return to work. For example, you can visit the government's website www.gov.uk/job search and register for their services, including job searching in your area. If you don't have access to the internet, don't forget that you can access it free in your local library. Council tax calculator. Residents can log on to our website and use our calculator to see if they may be entitled to claim council tax support. Existing working age claimants of council tax benefit will automatically be transferred to the new system. To use the calculator, visit www.rochford.gov.uk and follow the links.
If you still haven't made a financial plan for the changes, then don't worry, there is still time. You can either call the Council's Revenues and Benefits team on 01702 318197 or 318198, or get in touch with the Rochford and Rayleigh Citizens Advice Bureau, or the CAB as it's known. It offers free face-to-face and telephone advice and is open throughout the week at 2 different locations. The Rochford office you'll find in Back Lane, Rochford. The postal code there is SS41AY. It's open on Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and on Thursday at the same time. The Rayleigh office is situated at the Civic Suite, Hockley Road in Rayleigh, and the postal code there is SS68EB. They're open on Mondays, Thursdays and Fridays from 10 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon. You could call them on 0844 477 0808, or you can access their website www.rochfordcab, all one word, .org.uk. Advisors are available to deal with any issues that those affected may have, and are also able to offer advice on maximising income to prevent any financial hardship that may be experienced under the new scheme. The online guidance about the changes to council tax benefits is available at www.rochford.gov.uk/LCTSC and www.adviceguide.org.uk. And again, please don't forget that you can get free access to the internet in your local library. Now, there are some other reforms on the way from the 1st of April this year. The under-occupation rule in the social rented sector. Restrictions will apply to council and housing association tenants living in houses larger than they need. A 14% reduction in housing benefit will apply if tenants are under-occupying by 1 bedroom, and a 25% reduction in housing benefit will apply if they are under-occupying by 2 or more bedrooms. This will only affect people of working age who receive help to pay their rent. And the Disability Living Allowance, or the DLA as we know it, is to be replaced. It's going to be replaced with a new benefit called Personal Independent Payment. And here's a little thing you're not going to forget. You abbreviate that to PIP. This will involve the introduction of revised assessment criteria to decide who is eligible. PIP will be used for all new claimants, and all existing DLA working age claimants will be reassessed. You can keep up to date with all the changes. www.rochford.gov.uk/benefits/changes-benefit. And I will reiterate, please don't forget, pensioners are not affected by this local council tax support scheme. It will affect only those residents who are of working age.
Out and about. Dates for your diary. The Rochford District Council Leisure Team has lots of events and activities planned for 2013. Some of the key dates are March to October, Walking Your Way to the Games. 21st of March, Active 50 Plus Festival. 11th to the 12th of May, Mills Open Weekend. The 17th of April to the 22nd of May, Time for Life 50 Plus Exercise and Life Skills. The 1st of June, Wild Woods Day. June generally, Rochford District Sports Festival. July to August, SX Urban Games. 14th and 15th of September, Rayleigh Arts Festival. 19th to the 28th of September, Rochford Art Trail. September to December, Children's Theatre at the Mill Arts and Events Centre. For full details on these events, please contact the leisure team by phone 01702 546366, email leisure@rochford.gov.uk, or look at the website www.rochford.gov.uk. All events and dates are subject to change but are correct at time of this recording. Clubs and groups. The Yoga Club, held on Tuesday and Wednesday evenings 7:30 to 9 p.m. at the Scout Hall, Magnolia Road, Hawkwall. Community-based mixed ability classes. They cost £5.25 per session, and for this you can contact chris.bindley, Bindley, at btinternet.com. The Roach Art Group hold meetings on Wednesday evenings between 7:30 and 9:30 p.m. at St Teresa's Church Hall, Ashington Road, Rochford, SS41RF, located to the rear of the church. There is good lighting and facilities. All abilities are catered for at this friendly club, who uses a variety of media. Membership inquiries are welcome. Reasonable fees apply. And for this group, contact Christine on 01702 586336 or John on 07933 263930. The Horticultural Society at Hockley and District have reopened their trading hut on Sunday mornings between 10 a.m. and 12 noon. It's open every Sunday morning until Sunday the 27th of October. The hut is located behind Hawkwall Village Hall with free parking, and you can get compost, grow bags and all sorts of fertilisers, as well as friendly advice on various aspects of gardening. Membership is £3 per family per year. And for some great days out, there is a tour of Foulness Island. If you would like to view the wonderful wildlife of Foulness, well, here's your chance. A guided tour on a tractor-trailer of this fascinating part of our district will take place on Wednesday the 12th of June or Wednesday the 26th of June 2013 from 6:30 p.m. Limited spaces are available. Book early to avoid disappointment, and tickets cost £16 per person. For further information, please contact Julia Mitchell 01702 318144 or email julia.mitchell@rochford.gov.uk. Canooden Village Day. Enjoy a day out in Canooden with plenty for everyone to enjoy. This is on Saturday 18th of May, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. St Nicholas Church will be open with tower tours, cream teas and various stalls. In the grounds there will be family fun activities including a bouncy castle and penalty shootout game. The school will be open for guided tours, a car boot sale, dog agility and refreshments. The village hall has a vintage tractor display, quad bikes, ploughman's lunches and belly dancers. There will also be a shuttle bus to the marina and wetlands at Wallasey during the afternoon.
And Rayleigh Mount's programme for this year starts with Twelfth Night by William Shakespeare, which is on the 21st of June at 7 p.m. Then there's The Merry Wives of Windsor by William Shakespeare on 13th and the 14th of July at 3 p.m. The children's play Finding Alice is on the 17th of August at 2 p.m. and Lady Windermere's Fan by Oscar Wilde on the 17th of August at 5 p.m. If you're coming along, please bring your own rugs or chairs and pay at the gate. Refreshments are available, and for more information you can contact Mike Stone on 01268 775328. And now the Council Committee and Community Forum dates. All meetings will take place at the Civic Suite, 2 Hockley Road, Rayleigh, SS6 8EB, starting at 7:30 p.m. unless stated otherwise. The Development Committee, 21st of March. Audit Committee, 26th of March. Standards Committee, 11th of April. The Review Committee, 16th of April. The Executive, the 17th of April. Development Committee, 18th of April. The Council, 23rd of April. Annual Council, 21st of May. For information, contact Members Services on 01702 318 141. And Stanbridge Memorial Hall is now open and available to hire from £30 per session, and you can book morning, afternoon, evening or all day, 7 days a week. This is suitable for various functions, including parties, clubs, classes, etc. For more information, visit www.essexinfo.net and follow the links. And please note that although events are checked before going to press, they are subject to change. We recommend you visit our website www.rochford.gov.uk or contact the organisers to check before going to an event.
Rayleigh-based charity Hope Works is seeing What's What, WATT, after being awarded more than £1,000 from Rochford Housing Association's Maureen's Gift Fund. Thanks to the funding, the furniture charity has purchased specialist electrical testing equipment to help ensure that each item donated is fit for use. The charity is one of a number of community groups across the Rochford district to benefit from Maureen's Gift. Set up in 2009, the scheme supports charities, resident groups and voluntary organisations in need of funds to help deliver activities within the local community. Established in June 2012, Hope Works provides low-cost furniture and electrical goods to local people in need. The charity also offers items at a further reduced cost to people in crisis who have been referred to the project by a partner agency. Richard Fox from Hope Works said, "We want to thank Rochford Housing for granting us the funding needed to purchase a portable appliance tester. Without this equipment, we would not be able to accept electrical goods, which would then end up in landfill. This machine safeguards our clients as well as protecting our environment." If you're involved with a local community group and could do with a cash boost, Maureen's Gift may be able to help with a share of £5,000 for local projects. There are 2 rounds for applications, 30th of June and the 31st of December. Half the fund is shared between successful applicants after round 1, the other half after round 2. For an application pack, contact Rochford Housing on 0300 123 3514 or 0800 012 1991, or you can email contact us at sanctuary-housing.co.uk and quote Maureen's Gift.
Elections for Essex County Council are due to take place on the 2nd of May this year. There are 5 County Council electoral areas within the Rochford district. These areas are known as divisions, and 1 councillor represents each area. The 5 divisions in Rochford district are Rayleigh North and Rayleigh South, Rochford North, Rochford South and Rochford West. It's important to remember that these elections are for the County Council, which has different responsibilities to the District Council. Essex County Council is responsible for a number of services in the area, and a full list is available at www.essex.gov.uk. You must register to vote by the 17th of April 2013. This is also the deadline for applying for a postal vote. Registering to vote gives you a chance to elect your County Council representatives and have your say about how the County Council is run. Voting is your opportunity to make a difference to the issues that are important to you and the community. And if you don't register, you'll not be able to vote in the upcoming elections. Now, if you'd like more information on this year's elections and how to register to vote or to apply for a postal vote, you can visit www.rochford.gov.uk/elections. Application forms can be downloaded from the Council's website at www.rochford.gov.uk, or you can contact the Election Office helpline by telephone on 01702 318 187. Have you ever thought of an election alarm clock? Well, you can, in fact, get one by signing up to the free service called the election alarm clock. And this is a convenient way to keep up to date with all the information regarding upcoming elections. By signing up to that alarm clock, you'll be alerted to upcoming elections, when and how to register for elections, when and how you can vote, and where you can vote. And if you want to sign up for this service, you can do it at www.rochford.gov.uk/election alarm clock. You can then fill in your details as requested and click submit, and that's it. Once you've done this, you will start to receive election alerts.
Your say on action plans. After a great deal of community consultation over the last few years for both the Rochford Area Action Plan and the Rayleigh Area Action Plan, the final consultation drafts are being produced. The two planning documents will be available for you to view and make comments on in the early summer. We would really appreciate it if you could spare time to let us know whether you agree with the proposed final plans or not. The Rayleigh Plan and Rochford Plan set out the vision and policies for the future development of the two town centres. The two area action plans need to go through the formal adoption process to become development planning documents in the local development framework and inform future planning applications in the town centres. If you want to find out more, you can stay in touch in the following ways. Check the website www.rochford.gov.uk. Email your preferred contact details to planning.policy@rochford.gov.uk or telephone 01702 318191.
Hockley Area Action Plan. Answers to your questions. We've been asked lots of questions about the Hockley Area Action Plan, or HAP. To try and make things easier, we've answered some of the most frequently asked ones.
Is the HAAP proposing a large supermarket for Hockley? If so, why?
One of the common misconceptions with the HAP is that it will encourage development of a large supermarket in Hockley Centre. On the contrary, the HAP proposes that the current policy that restricts development on Eldon Way to industrial use be replaced with one that permits retail development within a dedicated area of Eldon Way, provided a number of criteria are met. One criteria includes that if a food store is proposed, it will only be permitted if it's no bigger than 3,000 square metres.
Is the council redeveloping Hockley Centre? If so, why?
The council is not proposing to undertake redevelopment of Hockley Centre and does not own land to which policies in the HAP relate. The purpose of the HAP is to ensure there is a plan in place with which to guide development brought forward by others as part of the normal development process.
Why does the HAP propose housing for the centre of Hockley?
The government requires the council to identify land where housing can be built in the district. In order to accommodate this housing, the council has had to allocate greenfield sites for development, but it's important that brownfield sites are used where possible. Previous public consultation has identified that most people would prefer brownfield sites to be developed for housing ahead of greenfield sites. Housing in the centre of Hockley would also be well located in relation to the train station, shops and services, and so helping support local businesses and services and reducing reliance on the private car. However, we are also aware that many people are concerned about there being too much housing in the centre of Hockley. As such, the HAP does not propose as many dwellings are permitted as previous studies have suggested would be possible.
Why is there no detailed transport assessment with the HAP?
There's no detailed transport assessment with the HAP for several reasons. The HAP does not set out predetermined improvements to be made in Hockley because improvements, including those made to the transport infrastructure, will depend on the type of development that's proposed. Policy 3 of the HAP states that all development proposals should either incorporate or contribute towards schemes identified within the plan. This includes improvements to the transport network. This will ensure that improvements to the public realm are integrated with the development proposal and won't be hampered by them.
As the weather gets warmer, many of us will be looking forward to getting outdoors, making more use of the garden and opening the windows to let some fresh air in. It's during this time that the Council's Environmental Health Department receives a number of inquiries about the law on having a bonfire, as well as complaints about smoke from bonfires. Bonfires connected with trade or business waste are illegal. Some exemptions apply. This can include the burning of waste from property renovation or landscaping, particularly if it's carried out by a builder or contractor. If you're in a business or trade premises and you produce dark smoke, or you show an intention to burn items that would give off dark smoke, this is an offence, and you can be prosecuted whether the items were burnt or not. If you're in a domestic property and are thinking about having a bonfire, our advice would always be not to burn the waste, but recycle it instead. There are many ways to dispose of waste, from curbside recycling, use of the recycling centres for household waste, composting, and via donations to charitable organisations. More information on how to get rid of your waste through recycling or reuse is provided on the Council's website. To find out more, visit www.rochford.gov.uk/recycling or call our customer services team on 01702 318111. Now, it's nearly impossible to have a bonfire without causing a problem with smoke for your neighbours, especially if you live in a built-up area. If smoke from your bonfire causes a statutory smoke nuisance, we can issue an abatement notice. If the notice is not complied with, you could be fined on conviction up to £5,000 for domestic premises. If you're in a domestic property and decide that you have no other alternative but to have a bonfire, we recommend you consider your neighbours. Tell your neighbours that you want to have a bonfire and when you're going to have it. Choose a day when neighbours or nearby residents don't have their washing out or their windows open. Always look at the wind direction and weather conditions. Don't burn damp material, as this produces lots of smoke. Don't burn plastics, rubber, or materials such as coated wood or carpets. These materials give off nasty, toxic fumes. And never leave a bonfire unattended. If you're experiencing problems with smoke from a neighbour's bonfire, we would advise you to politely approach your neighbour and tell them that it's a problem, so they have the opportunity to resolve the matter. If there's no improvement, you can make a complaint to us. We will need your address and the address of where the bonfires are taking place, but your details will remain confidential. For more information, visit www.rochford.gov.uk/bonfires or contact 01702 318 111.
We get a lot of calls asking us which plastics can be put in the recyclables bin. Although there are often recycling instructions on the side of plastic packaging, each local authority has a different scheme. So what may be correct in one area might not be correct for the Rochford District Council Maximise Recycling Scheme. There are lots of different types of plastics that you can recycle in your curbside recyclables bin, so here's a handy little guide which we hope helps you to understand which plastics you can put in that grey recyclables bin. You can put plastic bottles, yoghurt pots, margarine pots, plastic food trays, plastic punnets, plastic sandwich containers, and plastic carrier bags. Unfortunately, any items that are not recyclable must be disposed of in your purple lidded non-recyclables bin, which is sent to landfill. And for that we mean black or any other large plastic sacks, plastic film or plastic wrapping, crisp, sweet and biscuit wrappers, polystyrene, plastic bubble wrap, plastic food pouches, plastic toys, plastic plant pots, even plastic furniture. And please note that we can refuse to take your recyclables or compostables bin if it contains items which shouldn't be in there. If you'd like some more information on what can and cannot be recycled, please visit www.rochford.gov.uk/recycling, or you could call customer services on 01702 318 111. Don't forget, we also have a handy at-a-glance recycling A to Z that you can use. That's available at www.rochford.gov.uk/recycling A to Z.
Have your electricals lost their spark? You are among the best in the country when it comes to recycling, and we know you are enthusiastic about making sure items such as plastic bottles, cans, food and garden waste are recycled. But what about unwanted waste electrical items such as phones, mobiles, hairdryers and radios? If they're broken or unwanted, do you hang on to them because it feels wrong to bin them? Maybe you leave them to gather dust in a loft or cupboard, or do you just throw them in your bin? Did you know that you can now recycle small items of waste electrical and electronic equipment, known as WEEE, at all of the blue LMB clothing banks located at 12 sites around Rochford District? Items can also be taken to the small WEEE recycling bank in the Back Lane car park, Rochford, or to the Castle Road Recycling Centre, Rayleigh. WEEE is required by EU law to be treated correctly when discarded as waste, which means that no electrical or electronic equipment should be disposed of in any of your curbside bins. Please note the recycling banks are for small electricals only. If you have any larger items such as televisions or washing machines, please recycle them at the Castle Road Recycling Centre, Rayleigh, or book a bulky collection through Rochford District Council by calling customer services on 01702 318111. Small electrical items that can be recycled include electronic devices, phones, mobile phones, printers, remote controls, chargers, radios, VCRs, digiboxes, speakers, hi-fi units, electronic toys, etc. Electronic personal care, hairdryers, hair straighteners, electric toothbrushes, hair trimmers, shavers, hair curlers, facial saunas, etc. Electrical appliances are kettles, toasters, blenders, sandwich toasters, irons, coffee machines, whisks, bread makers, electric scales, smoothie makers, etc. and DIY and garden electricals such as drills and power tools.
So, where to recycle your small electrical appliances? Great Wakering Sports Centre, Freight House Car Park in Rochford, Rorath Playing Fields in Rorath Lane, Rayleigh, Canewdon Village Hall, Clements Hall Sports Centre in Hawkwell, Golden Cross Parade, Ashington, Ashington Playing Fields, Foulness Village Hall, Hockley Woods in Hockley, Hockley Library and the South End Road, Hockley, Fairview Playing Fields in Victoria Road, Rayleigh, and the Royal Oak Pub in Stanbridge. So, what happens next? Once you've taken your small items to the banks or recycling centre, it's collected and taken to a registered treatment facility. Packaging, external cables and hazardous materials such as batteries, capacitors and oil are removed. Larger items are taken apart by hand before being shredded with smaller items. The shredded materials are mechanically sorted to separate different types of metal and plastics. And over 97% of the materials can then be recycled into new items to be used in your new hairdryer or power drill. And please remember, if your item is still in good working order, it can be reused. This should always be your first option. Visit www.reuseessex.org.uk for local reuse outlets. And keep an eye out for WEEE events coming up where you might meet the dinosaur made entirely from recycled materials.
Your perfect party venue. Whether it's your Sweet 16 or life about to start at 40, the Freight House and the Mill Arts and Events Centre are perfect for parties. Whether you're celebrating your engagement, a special anniversary, a retirement party or a family get-together, whatever the occasion, these venues are the ideal settings for your special events. and with individual suites and fully licensed bars, your event can accommodate between 30 to 500 guests. Whatever the occasion, from wedding receptions to family parties or special birthday celebrations, the teams at the venue will help organise everything to ensure your party is unique and memorable. And as a special incentive to really get your party going, both the Freight House and the Mill Arts and Events Centre will give you 25% off room hire for any booking before the 30th of April 2013. To take advantage of this special offer, call the Freight House on 01702 548977 or the Mill Arts and Events Centre on 01268 778171 and quote RDM. For further information, please visit the websites www.thefreighthouse.co.uk and www.themillhall.co.uk.
Live happily ever active at your local leisure centres. Thanks to the unique partnership between Virgin Active Health Clubs and Rochford District Council, you'll enjoy all the luxuries of a health club, plus all the sports and activities you could ever ask for in a leisure centre when you visit Clements Hall and Rayleigh leisure centres. Anyone can come along and enjoy the fantastic sporting facilities on a flexible pay and play basis, or really save money by taking out one of the no-commitment Virgin Active Health and Fitness monthly memberships. Clements Hall Leisure Centre features a 25-metre swimming pool with separate teaching pool and swim sessions, which are tailored to suit all, from children learning their first strokes to grandparents wanting to get some gentle exercise or brush up on their butterfly skills. Afterwards, you can relax and unwind in the poolside sauna, steam room and spa pool. Sports facilities at Clements Hall and Rayleigh leisure centres include badminton, squash and tennis courts, outside AstroTurf pitches and even an indoor climbing wall at Clements Hall, and an impressive indoor bowls arena with 4 rinks at Rayleigh Leisure Centre. There's also a huge variety of enrolment sports courses on offer, and pay and play sessions for all ages, including active life for the over 50s, badminton, basketball, climbing, urban dance, judo, trampolining, and the hugely successful swim school. The gyms are equipped with all the latest techno-gym cardio and resistance equipment, as well as the newest innovations and revolutionary equipment like kettlebells, power plate, and VIPR. Plus, both centres provide a packed timetable of studio exercise classes, from group cycle to electrifying Zumba dance classes, and the new Puma Fast class, which is based on training methods adopted by the world's elite athletes. There really is something for everyone. And what's more, Clements Hall and Rayleigh leisure centres provide the highest standard of childcare for kids from 6 weeks up to 8 years of age in Ofsted registered creches. You can relax in the knowledge your little ones are safe. And don't forget, doors are open to anyone on a pay and play basis, but you'll save money if you become a Virgin Active member. For more information, please call Clements Hall Leisure Centre on 01702 207777 or the Rayleigh Leisure Centre on 01268 654510. Please note, though, facilities differ between locations.
For a safer district, keeping up with the beat. Partnership efforts to tackle crime and disorder in the district have been taken to a new level with the introduction of closer working arrangements between the local neighbourhood policing team and their community safety colleagues from the council. In a pilot project, neighbourhood police officers will have the use of a hot desk within the community safety department at the council's offices in South Street. The facility will be available to Neighbourhood Watch Constable PC Michelle Rawson and Police Community Support Officer Andrew Hill when on duty in the town during the week. Though there will be no front desk facility for officers to meet the public or for residents to report incidents, the availability of desk space and other facilities will allow officers to spend more time out on the street. The Council's portfolio holder for the Community Safety and Chair of the Castle Point and Rochford District Community Safety Partnership, Councillor Joe McPherson, said, "This will further develop closer partnership working between local police and our community safety team in identifying and addressing emerging priorities, particularly with regard to antisocial behaviour as well as crime." Neighbourhood Policing Inspector Jeff Appleby added, "We're grateful to the Council for the offer of this facility and appreciate the opportunity it gives to increase our visible presence in the town and surrounding area. Officers will not be based at the Council for the duration of their shift, but out and about, dealing with the issues that are a concern to residents, such as nuisance behaviour and criminal damage."
And the new Police Commissioner visits Rayleigh. The recently elected Police and Crime Commissioner, or PCC for Essex, Nick Alston, has called for a united community effort to combat crime and nuisance behaviour across the district. On a recent visit to Rayleigh, he told Rochford District Matters, "I very much believe that local problems need local solutions. I see a key part of my role as encouraging key agencies such as the police, the council, Castle Point and Rochford District Community Safety Partnerships, or CSP, and the voluntary sector to work very closely together to implement practical measures to tackle crime and antisocial behaviour." Mr Alston was elected to the new role last November. The son of a former Deputy Chief Constable of Essex, his career has focused on public safety and security, and he has been involved in shaping major changes in policing arrangements in Britain and Northern Ireland. He said, "I intend to use my experience and knowledge to help steer Essex Police through the major changes the force faces. Residents will have an opportunity to discuss crime and policing issues with the Police and Crime Commissioner at a community engagement meeting arranged in conjunction with the Castle Point and Rochford District Community Safety Partnership. And the meeting will be held on Thursday, March the 28th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Details of the venue will be published on Rochford District Council's website, so go to www.rochford.gov.uk and via the local media shortly. And a hate crime poster winner. Drawing attention to the divisive issue of hate crime, won 14-year-old Lily Scott, a pupil at Rayleigh Fitzwymark School, a £50 Amazon voucher from the Rochford District Hate Crime Panel. Her idea for a poster promoting tolerance took first place in a design competition organised by the panel and supported by the CSP. The panel has been set up to promote awareness of hate crime and works with organisations and community groups to change people's attitude to others. The poster competition was open to senior school pupils across the district and was designed to encourage young people to think about hate crime and how victims must be encouraged to come forward and report incidents.
Rochford District Matters is designed and published by Rochford District Council. Its editor is Patrick John. The telephone number for the Council is 01702 546366. The magazine is printed by Morton Print Limited, 01507 523456. And this recording has been produced by volunteers from the Rayleigh, Rochford and Castle Point Talking Newspaper for the Blind.